This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie skies are wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Hey there, welcome to
welcome
King of the Hill
to
podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am Rusty.
He is Rusty. Today is a That Ain't Right Friday.
That is not right.
On a That Ain't Right Friday, we do subjects adjacent to the King of the Hill universe or things that are not necessarily just straight up episodes.
Yeah, we talk about all kinds of whatever, this ever, and that ever.
This ever and that ever.
We do that. That's
so
what we do.
We are today, let's see. I guess today is going to be the 9th of January, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you've had a week or so in the new year. What are you hoping to see come out or do? Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm so sorry. Do you have any goals for the new year? And is there anything that's coming out? And it doesn't have to be King of the Hill, but is there anything coming out that you're really looking forward to?
Well, I just finished season 2 of Landman.
Yeah.
Season 3. Is it 3 or 4 of Mayor of Kingstown?
Mm-hmm.
So TV shows are hard for me to come by these days for me because everybody's like, watch this show.
Yeah.
And they just don't really capture my attention. And I really do. I try to watch all the shows everybody does. But for some reason, those particular shows, I never watched Stranger Things to begin with. I have enough strange things going on in my life than a TV show called Stranger Things.
I was in the box. I watched probably the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things. I haven't watched the rest. My wife watches them all.
Yeah, I didn't watch them either. Landman is a really good show, Baby T. I like it. I'm a really big Billy Bob Thornton fan, and I'm a big Sam Elliott fan, and they brought them both into the same universe in this show.
I love how you wear that vial of blood around your neck, just like Billy Bob did.
Yeah, well, you know, like
he does not.
When you're shooting out of your league,
yeah,
you got to get a little weird, right? Like he was really like batting way above average.
Oh, sure he was, yeah.
And I feel like him doing that, he kind of had to. She's a little weird. He had to be a little weird. He's this, redneck from Arkansas that came up in the industry. Literally, his come up in the industry is him. Who was it? There's a story he told in some interview he recently did. I think it was Joe Rogan's interview because he's just recently on Joe Rogan doing all his Landman. I guess he's on a tour for Landman promotion. So he was on Joe Rogan, but he said that he was doing a waiting job. He said a buddy of his said, "Hey, you want to come wait tables at this deal and make some money?" Mm-hmm. So he showed up and he's waiting tables, and there was like this big executive from some big movie house or something like that told him, you're too ugly to be a leading man, and you're too pretty to be a secondary character for your entire career. He said, you got to make something.
Yeah.
He said, the only way that you're going to make it in this industry is if you make something. And if everybody goes back and look at Sling Blade is actually a Oscar nominated, and I believe it won an Oscar for best screenplay.
Yep.
He wrote that himself based on a bunch of characters and people from his hometown in Arkansas. Yeah. He based some of these people on that.
I'll tell you right now, if you've never seen Sling Blade, go watch it because it's a great movie.
Nah, Sling Blade's a really good movie. The writing is phenomenal, and I like the fact that he ends up working with Lucas Black again on Friday Night Lights, which is also a good movie. Really, I don't. He's one of those actors for me that I can't just think of a horrible movie that he was in, really. I don't think I could just think of one that was absolutely god awful. The Santa Claus movies were kind of iffy,
Yeah,
and then the Bad News
yeah.
Bears was kind of
Bad
like the
News
Santa
Bear.
Claus movies
There's
were,
nobody you
were
could have
funny,
picked
but there
better
might have been one too many.
as Walter Matthau though in Bad News Bears. I mean, he's the perfect one.
Oh
for
yeah,
it,
he did a great job of
but
it. Yeah,
it's
he did a great
hard to
job.
step into those shoes and recreate that.
Yeah, he
you
did a
know?
great job for the generation that it came out for. I think he
Sure.
did a great job. Yeah,
Bad Santa was pretty funny. It's not bad. But he's been in some really great movies too. I was in boxes. I watched the first couple of seasons when they aired, and me and the wife rewatched them all this month. Pretty good show. Now I'm starting the Fallout series. Fallout's very good. Yeah, very good.
Oh yeah, he was a villain in Faster, but he was also that little that little punk Dylan Farrow on Tombstone when Kurt Russell. That's a great scene between him and Kurt Russell because Kurt Russell like smacks him. And he said, "Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens." And tell him to pull his gun out. And he slaps him again. And he said, "Well, what are you going to do? Just stand there and bleed?" And he grabs him by his ear and like throws him out of the bar.
Yeah.
But I like the scene with Doc Holliday is like they're walking up and Doc Holliday's walking up, and then over to the distance, he was like, what did he say? Something I can't remember what his character's name was, but he said, oh no, Johnny Tyler, Madcap. Where you going with that shotgun? I know that whole movie script.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie a million times. But he tells him, Johnny Tyler, we're a Madcap. Where you going with that shotgun? And then they kind of start talking while he's just standing there awkwardly with the shotgun. And Val Kilmer was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were there. You may go now." And then he's like standing there holding that shotgun, and then he just kind of lets go of it. But I remember it was awkward. What did he say? He said, "Doc, I didn't know you was back in town." And then they just kind of ignore him for a second. And then Doc turns to him, and that's when he says, "Yeah, you can go ahead and leave now, but leave that shotgun." He like drops the shotgun. That's a great scene. Yeah, I like Tombstone. That's like one of them. Everybody's got one of the movies that they watched as it like that was like the
Tombstone's
family,
a big one for a lot of people.
like the family movie that got played a lot. Tombstone
Yeah.
was my parents being fan of westerns. That was like I don't know. I don't even think you've had a western that good since, honestly.
I don't know. You got Unforgiven and a couple other things.
They were around that same
there's some
time,
good
yeah.
ones. Yeah, there's some good ones. Okay, so I am looking forward to one. I'm going to try to start a few projects for myself, not necessarily for Rogue, because I need more creative things to do.
Yeah,
I've kind of run out of creative stuff here. I make a lot of ads. I make a lot of this and that, and so I want to try some creative things. And then, of course, I'm looking forward to season 15 coming out whenever it comes out. And then, the one that I'm looking forward to weirdly now, which I wasn't before. I thought it looked cute and all, but there's a movie coming out about this high-powered executive. This girl goes to work for him. They have to get on a plane together, and they crash on an island, and she has to end up taking care of him, and he has to check his ego and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's directed by Sam Raimi. So,
okay.
Yeah. If it's a Sam Raimi movie, then hell yeah, I'll watch that.
Spider-Man guy, right?
Yeah, Evil Dead, yeah.
Evil Dead, too. Yeah,
That's
Evil Dead. Yeah, Evil Dead.
Mike has gone rogue. Yeah,
Mike
you got it. I'm going rogue on
Well,
rogue.
yeah, I guess that's something that I guess I kind of want to do more of. I kind of slacked on our social medias and doing more creative things because at the beginning I did a lot of creative stuff for the first like 3-4 seasons, and then I just kind of waned off it. So I want to kind of do more for the show.
Well, life happens also,
Yeah, I want to do more to get some more guests on. Our first potential, well, not potential, it's just a matter of when we can get him scheduled, would be a guy named Paul Scarlatta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he worked on King of the Hill at the very earliest point of King of the Hill. He caught lucky and had a family friend kind of situation, a little bit of friendly nepotism, and just joking. He actually is talented, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't still be in the industry. But no, we haven't put the merch poll up yet. It's coming next. So he worked on character designing at the earliest part of the show with Wes Archer, doing character designs for various characters and stuff like that.
Sorry,
then he used
for
to work
our audio
on
folks. I was in a box, asked if we ever put the merch poll up.
Yeah,
so didn't see it. We're going to put it up. Yeah,
and then he also worked on character layout stuff. And one of the scenes that he did, I sent to you. I sent you a picture of it. So what it is what they used to do is they used to give some of the guys that were a part of the show character stuff. They would
Okay.
give them animation cells of episodes they
Right.
worked on.
Right.
So he actually, it's a really famous scene for all King of the Hill fans and anybody that's watched the show. It's actually pretty iconic for the show itself because it's kind of like the finality for a character. It's
Okay.
the Buckley and Luann jumping on the trampoline when he's a ghost.
When he's an angel.
When he's an angel, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, you did send me that.
he is the guy who drew that character layout. He's the one that laid him out and drew
Very
that
cool.
scene. So
I'd love to talk to the guy. I think that'd be wonderful.
yeah, he
involved.
worked on the regular show too, and
Mr.
quite a few
Yap,
other
we're
things.
talking to you.
So yeah, Yap too.
Love to talk to
I
you,
love
Mr.
talking
Yap.
to Gary Yap too. So I'm gonna make a diligent effort this year. I'm gonna pay for IMD Plus again and start digging and see if I can start getting some of these voice actors and directors and writers and producers of the show.
Can we get Fallon Patterson on here? Talk to him about.
Have
you hit him up?
He has some posts that only have like 4 or 5 comments, and I've commented on a couple of those for higher visibility, maybe. But no, he has not answered. I imagine.
Close to the chest,
well, that guy's been on TV since Seinfeld or better, so he, he probably has a pathway that you have to go through to get to him, kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sure most of them do. Well, the reason I ask is I've got an article here from November 6th at tvline.com, and it's called 5 Best TV Shows to Watch After King of the Hill. So
I still want to know. Remember that guy or whatever? He was talking about a show, and he would never tell us what it is.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what show that is.
Oh yeah, tell us what that show is.
Well, he'll never tell us.
It's
his weird little secret.
You finished the recent and excellent King of the Hill revival season, and you're looking for something to watch on the dang TV. We got you covered. So they talk about the new one. Of course, number 1, Beavis and Butthead and Daria.
Yeah, because those are all part of the universe. And the Good
Judge.
Family, too, if you really wanted to, and the Great White North or whatever it's called. Isn't that a part of it, too?
I don't think the Great White North was.
No.
I think that's more of a Bob's Burger.
That's a Bob's Burger?
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But the Beavis and Butthead, I mean, you've watched every one of them ever, right?
I've watched all the old ones, and then I've watched most of the new ones, yeah.
What about Daria?
Daria was a show I never watched. I wasn't a target audience for Daria. I thought Daria was kind of like it kind of reminded me like Clarissa Explains It All, or what was the other one? As Told by Ginger.
Yeah.
They I felt like those were more targeted towards like pubescent girls around that time. It felt
like emo pubescent girls. Yeah, prepubescent girls. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
But I think
it's got some pretty.
I think Doug. Okay, so Doug is an oddly depressing little show.
Doug is a depressing show.
Speaking of shows with a target audience, I feel like that show is targeted towards awkward young, awkward young like kids that are going, like guys that are going through like that puberty stage.
Ed and Eddie is too.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie could be that. Yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely.
So I don't know.
Doug was a pussy. I'm sorry, Baby T, but I like Doug. I liked Doug. I liked how I don't know. I really did like Doug. I don't know why. I just like Doug. Doug was a really good show. I think it was a really well done show.
Second one on this list is Bob's Burgers, of course. If you guys don't watch Bob's Burgers, you need to start. It's a very good show. It's not quite as good as King of the Hill, but it's still very well written. Great musical comedy too. Lots of good music, lots of good comedy that comes out of that. And
absolutely.
John Benjamin and the people that are in it, they're all just fantastic.
Yeah, I actually have been watching home videos again.
Have you?
Yeah, I was actually watching the episodes.
Is that part of the Squiggle Vision thing?
Yeah, it's part of that.
Guy,
yeah,
right?
Same guy, Dr. Katz or whatever, all that stuff. But I think he never made a move on Patty.
Baby T says he never made a move on Patty, so Doug was a pussy.
Nah, well, because I think, he might have liked her and stuff like that, but I respect him for it because there's a lot of guys that at that age where you have a girl that's a friend and then you hit puberty and it's like, well, now you've got all this other stuff clouding your mind. So I think maybe that's the battle he was having is what he was. It was like it was talking to he was scary, whatever. I think that it was less about being scared, and he might have been scared, but he also didn't want to ruin the friendship that was
Well,
there
also,
too.
if you look real closely,
I think if you look a little
Doug
deeper into it,
always wore
maybe.
that T-shirt that says "This is what a feminist looks like," and so that's there was that.
I think he was being polite. I think he was just being respectful.
The third one on this list is American Dad. I never got into American Dad. I just never got.
It was
into
all right. I liked a few episodes here and there. Really, for me, I got what got played out for me was the friggin' cutaways. I got tired of the cutaways and all the damn Seth MacFarlane stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the cuts and stuff. Like here's Conway Twitty, and then it was just I don't know.
Now here's a big one for me. And I think this is the best one on the list here.
Okay.
If you're looking at something that's kind of like King of the Hill and heartwarming but yet funny as hell.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
I like Malcolm in the Middle. Shout out to Malcolm in the Middle. They're coming back.
4 episodes.
Everybody except for Dewey is there though.
Dewey's not an actor anymore. Doesn't want to be.
Dewey has no desire to be a part of any of it. He went to
just
college after being a child actor. He went to college and got a degree, and he's enjoying life.
Love the fact that they're only doing 4 episodes. And it's where they are right now in life, the characters. And it's wacky and it's zany. And Bryan Cranston is back. And
for all the NASCAR fans in chat, watch Truck Series next year. And Frankie Muniz races in the Truck Series. He raced in it last year quite a bit. He broke his wrist, so he wasn't able to continue on. I think he only raced a handful of races, but next year he hopes to be able to race the whole series.
I am very much looking forward to that little 4 episode run of that. That looks really
good. Yeah, it looks good. It's supposed to be on what? Where would that be at?
I think it's on Hulu.
Hulu?
Yeah,
okay.
Hulu's big on that stuff. I was in a box says that dude they got to replace Dewey looks spot on. All right, and then Common Side Effects is the last one here, and Common Side Effects is one that we talked about a little earlier in the year.
Yeah, we did.
It is a Mike Judge joint as well.
Very, very trippy show.
It is a trippy show. It's a slow burner, like it's not just fall down laugh, but there are some funny pieces in it. Let's see. You both seem super into Malcolm in the Middle future podcast. That's not a bad idea. I would recap Malcolm in the Middle shows all day long.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Life is unfair. But Common Side Effects was very good. It was very well done.
I think so too. Common Side Effects was really good.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to another season of that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
If you guys are looking forward to things in the new year, let us know what they are. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to have some of you on the show. If you want to be on the show, let us know. If they want to be on the show or they have something to send us, where do they go?
You can email us at BWAAAKOTH, or you can email us at or you could find us on social media at BWAAAKOTH.
There it is.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just, I was in
a box because I named my son Malcolm after the show. Wow.
Oh wow.
Holy crap. That is dedication. I remember that song. And then it was on one of the Tony Hawk games or something.
Might be Giants.
Also. Yeah.
That's the thing who does it. They might be Giants.
They might be Giants does a lot.
Istanbul is Constantinople.
Yeah. They also I cannot find y'all in the hood. Yeah, okay, we'll be there. They also did the song for Mickey Mouse Club. That hot dog, diggity dog. That song. That's They Might Be Giants. They took an entire year off and just did kids music. It looks like we are just about out of time. I think the gods of electricity are telling us to stop. We love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being here on a Friday. We will see you again on Monday for season 8, episode 11.
11.
One thing left to say. What you got?
Wimatanye.
And I am going to concur with that and say Wimatanye indeed. We will see you next time. Bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.